Bishop, we understand that everything is measurable. So if you could measure the American church's cultural impact today on a scale from 1 to 10, what would it be and why?
One thing I would say, let me preface my statement by saying that it was certainly declining. And 6, something like that. And the reason that it is declining is because we have been so introspective that we fail to engage the culture and maintain our relevance. I think many times we're using an old model in a contemporary world, and that model just being built around come to church instead of going into all the world and all the world systems and all the world industries where we can have real influence.
So what are your suggestions as far as how to engage that? I mean, how can the church at large branch out to have more of an impact?
Well, the early church did it by going to Ephesus, and they took over the economic systems. When Paul went to Ephesus, they went to Greece, and they took over the language. They went to Rome, and they took over the government. When they went to Greece, they were able to infuse the Christian message into the arts. And all of a sudden, we have all of the Sistine Chapel, and we have all of these beautiful paintings that are derivative of them hitting pulse points that affect the culture. It's not necessarily geographical locations. It's, for us, it might be social media, it might be movies, it might be television, it might be Wall Street, it might be politics. We have withdrawn from the culture, and we left them to engage in a conversation without us, and there's been a deterioration because of it.
Basically saying being involved in all aspects of it. So media, arts, sports, just being engulfed in the culture.
Engaged in the culture. If we are the salt of the earth, we have to get out of the shaker, you know. And so, but we have a come to us mentality, you know. And like the church is not a business, but if we were a business, any business that had the come to us mentality is losing business right now, because now people are shopping on the internet, they're logging on, and people are not necessarily coming to you. You have to go to them.
When we're talking about disconnect, there seems to be a disconnect between faith and everyday life, and particularly with the younger generation. So how can you engage with them?
I think it's very, very important that we speak in their language. You know, the great thing about Pentecost is each man heard them speak in their own language, and that spiritual phenomenon can also be a marketing tool. We have to speak in the language of the generation. We have to speak in the language of the culture. We have to recognize that they have their own culture and their own way of communicating, and whether it's in 140 characters or what, we got to be on Twitter, we got to be on Facebook, we got to be on Instagram, we got to be on everything that they're on and engage them in a way that they can relate to.
So the last thought is this. Out of all the things that you've done, you know, the movies, the TV shows, the ministries, at the end of the day, what do you think you'll be known for? Like your legacy?
I don't know. That's yet to be seen.
It's a lot.
You know, I could get into a lot of trouble in the next 10 years doing with my thing. You know, I've always been out of the box. You know, I didn't play by the rules. I was my own person. I did not allow people to define who I was. I was my own person. I explored business. I explored movies. I explored everything. And I'm called to the ministry, but not confined by the ministry. I don't know. I think amongst the people that knew me, I would like to be known as a friend.
Good.
I don't think that there is any higher honor than to really be a friend to the people that know you. To the people that don't know you, I would like to be known for inspiring them, whether in movies, books, television, pulpit, whatever. I'm an uplifting person. I'm a you can do it sort of guy, and I spent my life trying to convince broken people that they could walk again.
Good. Bishop, thank you so much for taking time.
Real pleasure.
Great. So that was Bishop T.D. Jakes. Now remember, for more exclusive interviews like this one, all you have to do is log on to cbn.com/inthegreenroom. I'm Caleb Kinchlow, and remember, after the lights, camera, and action,
log on to the green room.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Thank you.